What is the patent life cycle?
So this is a little bit of an eye chart, but there's a lot of information here that I think is important to you because it's timelines. So you have an idea, and you can see my next box is prior art search because I always do, but it is optional. Some people just want to, they know their arena, they know there's nothing out there. So then the next step is actually to prepare and file the application, which you can do without the provisional or not. Now, do you see the circle where it says USPTO and it says patent prosecution 2 to 5 years? That's kind of disappointing, right? That's the part where you say, well, how is this going to help me if I'm not even going to see an examiner for a year and a half? I might not have a patent granted for 2-3 years. And that, again, is kind of a hurdle to the use of a patent for you guys. 89% of patents in the US have at least one office action. So you sort of have to plan. There's going to be at least one round. And that round, when you get so the examiner looks at it and you get an office action, you have 3 months to reply. So here the timeline starts moving, right? That's why the 2 to 5 years, you just don't know. And then, like I said, depending on the cycling that happens with the patent office to get the granted patent, which is hard to predict sometimes, the fees can increase or there could be none. And then when you get an allowance, what we call a notice of allowance, you pay an issue fee. It's not a lot, it's like $600. And you pay your attorney a small amount to do the paperwork. And then the last piece where you see the dollars, because you're right, I didn't talk about it, is so now you have a granted patent. There are 3 times during that 20-year period of time that you have to pay a maintenance fee. And the price of the maintenance fee increases, which is kind of counterintuitive because if you're at 11 and a half years, it's probably not that much value to you anymore or to your company. But in order to keep the patent alive, you do need to pay these renewal fees along the way as well.